This video will demonstrate how to create and use Schoology rubrics. Once you have a rubric, you can use it in any of your course assignments, discussions, or assessment questions, copy it to other courses, and share it with your colleagues. To begin, navigate to the grade setup page of your course. In the upper right corner, tap on Add and choose Rubric. You can create a rubric based on your own criteria or on learning objectives, which include Common Core standards. I'm going to open a rubric that I've already started. To do this, tap on the name of the rubric or tap on the gear and choose Edit. You can change the size of the rubric by grabbing and pulling the corner, which makes it easier to work. Give your rubric a title. This one is Oral Presentation. The first criteria in my rubric is delivery. I've copied all of this content from a rubric I've used in the past. You must copy each cell separately, and then you can edit if desired. The Schoology default for the grading scale is a 4-point scale with the descriptions excellent, good, satisfactory, and needs improvement. You can see that I changed the label satisfactory to emerging. I've also added the detailed descriptions. This rubric is based on my own criteria, not on Common Core standards. One important thing to remember is to save as you work because the rubrics do not auto-save. Tap on the criteria button to add another row. The criteria title is blank, but all the other information in the row is copied from the previous row. The criteria title is Content and Organization, which I've typed here. The grading scale is the same, the 4-3-2-1 and the main descriptors, but the details are all different, so I will need to edit those. Remember, I'm copying from a rubric which I've used in the past. It is a PDF, but I'm able to copy the content of each cell and paste it into the Schoology rubric. Don't forget to save. Let's add another row by tapping on the criteria button. I will add the title and the grading scale description. The last criteria is enthusiasm and audience awareness, and I've added all of the details here. If at any point the row collapses and you don't have enough room to type, simply save the rubric and open it back up again, and you should be able to expand it again. Let's look at some additional rubric features. The default scale is 4-point, and the points are displayed in the last column. If you change the value of these points, as I have here, by doubling them, the new value is also displayed in the final column. You can also add rows and columns. To add columns, hover near one of the current point values and you'll see a plus sign. Tap on that to add a row. Note that it adds the column only in the one row, which allows you to completely customize your rubric. You will need to adjust the point values and any detailed descriptions, but the total points column will automatically update. To delete a column, hover on the next to the point value, and there's a little faint gray X here. Tap on that to delete that column. Make sure you proofread the grading scales when adding and removing columns because things can get mixed up like this one did here. You just want to verify that the points are correct and that the detailed descriptions match, that it's all accurate. To add a row, tap on the Criteria or Learning Objectives button. You may need to scroll down to see your new row. To remove the row, tap on the X located at the far right here. You can also grab and move rows if desired. Save your work. And once your rubric is complete, you can tap on the gear icon to copy it to another course or save it to your resource area. Let's add it to an assignment now. Here's an assignment open in edit mode. In the Scale rubric area, select the Oral Presentation rubric. By default, Schoology will display the rubric to students in the assignment window, but you can uncheck that if you prefer. My recommendation is that you show it to students so they are very clear on how the assignment will be graded. The points automatically populate here, and the criteria auto-populate in the Learning Objectives area. Let's save that. This is how it looks to the student. The assignment description is here, and the rubric is displayed below. Now let's take a look at how the grading goes. This assignment is an oral presentation which the teacher will grade live as the students present. Open the gradebook and tap into the assignment cell for the student you are grading. The rubric will open and you simply tap on the selected grade for each criteria. So a 4 in delivery, 3 in content, scroll down, and a 4 here. Notice that the total points are added up at the end of each row and at the bottom as well. Save that, and the student's grade is recorded there. You would use the same method, accessing the rubric from the gradebook, if you were grading a hard copy assignment that students physically turned in. Next, we're going to look at an assignment that students submit electronically. This is an example of an assignment that students are going to submit electronically. So you can see the body of the assignment looks the same with the description here and the rubric below it. On the right side here is where the student can submit and resubmit assignments. Back in the teacher course, tap on the student name that needs grading with an assignment that needs grading. Up here in the upper right, tap to, there you go, it loaded. Let's tap on the rubric and it pops open here where you can again just quickly select the appropriate grade for each criteria. The total points are added for each criteria, and the total points for the entire assignment are there. And then just tap to save that. Notice that the rubric partially covers the assignment when it's open. You can tap on this icon here to get a reduced view, which makes it easier to work and see the assignment. Some teachers also like to open the rubric on their smartphone or tablet so they can see the entire assignment and score on the mobile device. So they're reading the assignment here and scoring on the mobile device. Watch the next video to see how rubrics work with Schoology Mastery Reporting, which enables instructors to view student achievement standards that have been aligned in assignments, assessment questions, or discussion.